please take me higher in thinking revelation and spiritual fire.
We are here tonight, starting this being February, known as Black History Month. But last year, our Messiah was quickened by the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. They call it as it is. It's black is a color. He wanted to be known. The Ruach told him, what is it? What are we? Our nationality. We are Hebrew Israel. Right. Praise be to the mighty Yah. And so, God put on my pay to bring his devours to let you know the so-called African American, so-called black man, the so-called Negro, the so-called colored man, and all the brothers and sisters that's scattered around from the islands to all continents of this era where that slave ship dropped it off. We are Hebrew Israel. Right. Praise be to the mighty Yah. So, the title of this lesson, Yah had given me to say, Yisrael, my people. He wants us to know our history spreads farther than these shores of the United Snakes of America. Our history was way before that, and our history is this book. Everyone else has their history book. This is our history book, people. As the Ark Ra Makai would say, people that look like me and you. So praise be to Yahweh. So we're going to get into the lesson. We're going to start off at Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. My name is Yahshua. I'll be your speaker, and our reader would be Akaf's sister, Zahara the Rat. Praise be to the mighty Yah. So, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, and it reads Akaf whenever you have it.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And Yahweh Elohim formed man out of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Praise Yahweh. I like to emphasize on that, on the word dust. The Hebrew word, which I got out of Strong's Exhausting Concordance, is afar, and it's found at 6083. This is what it reads: dust as powdered or gray, hence clay, earth, mud, ashes, dust, earth, and there's dust and earth. So this is what the Ruach had quickened me on this. From Adam was made from the ground, right?
Sure was.
So consider this and think for a minute. What color is it? It just explained to you. So if Adam was made from the ground, that would make him dark, right?
Amen.
Praise be to the mighty Yahweh. And that the other word, ground, is found in the Strong Exhausted 127. And its definition is ground, mortar, powder, rubbish, and the name is Ad-Abma in Hebrew, and it's from soil, from its redness, country, earth, ground. It also means husband, man, land. So, like we see once again, y'all just wanted me to quicken you all. So, people, all these lies you've been told, these are people of color. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Praise Him.
Hallelujah.
Okay, let's go to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 to 15. Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. Praise the mighty Yah. For His devours. They're going to speak to you all, people. And this is no doubt from this. If you receive it, this is our true identity. This is our Hebrew Israel. And this is Hebrew History Month.
Yes,
no more it should be called Black History Month. That's a color. It's not your nationality. Hebrew in Hebrew means Hebrew. Yes. So praise be to the mighty Yah. Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 to 15, and it reads whenever you have it, Akar.
Revelations 1:14 and 15. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Praise the mighty Yah. And I like to go on a couple of words that the Ruach quickened me to go to Strong's Concordance, exhaustive.
Yes. Okay.
This is in the Greek. The New Testament is in Greek. The Old is in Hebrew. So that's how you would, would get to it fine. So that word wool is found in the Greek 2053. And his word in the Greek is erion. And it says obscure of wool. So that's just saying obscure color. It was saying white as snow, that woolly hair. That only one person can have that hair. Look at your hair.
Hallelujah.
Doesn't wool up like sheep.
Yes.
Praise the mighty Yah. And the word brass is found in Greek 5474. And it's kako anon, mean of whiteness, of brilliancy, burbish, copper, brilliancy. That's just the brilliancy of Yahshua. It's brilliant, and it's a burbish copper. Yeah. So copper, what color is it? Brown.
Brown.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there it is. It went through the fire, so it didn't burn up. So it showed it cleansed everything and showed its color.
Right.
Praise be the mighty Yah. And the word in flame is found in the Greek Strong's Exhaustive Concordance 5395, and its name is flex. It's called flex. And this mean flash or flame, or blaze, flaming. His brightness of his eye, that's that light that's shining. That's what that is. You are. Praise be to the mighty Yah. And then let's go to this is Yah. This is how he gonna let you know these people are definitely of color. We're gonna go to Amos 9, Amos chapter 9, verse 7. Amos chapter 9 and verse 7. And it reads whenever you have it, a car. Amos chapter 9, verse 7. This is it, y'all. This is y'all stopping his mark. Why? Because he knew throughout the ages that people were going to be taken out of those Goyim nation, and that another nation would come in a different complexion and claim to be those people. So he knew this. Y'all all knowing and all seeing. He knew these people would never been moved from their place of residence. So this is it, and we are Israel. So listen to this. Amos 9 verse 7, to read the call whenever you have it.
Okay. Are you not as children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Yisrael?
Right there. He's saying, he's giving a national name, Ethiopian. He's saying, do you not look like the children of Ethiopian to me, children of Israel, which is us, as the article say, people that look like me and you.
Amen.
Praise be to my Yah. That ends everything who Israel is. Praise him. Continue, Akar.
Saith Yahweh, have not I brought up Yisrael out of the land of Mizraim?
And Mizraim, Egypt. That was all the people that looked like us too. You know, not those ones you see over there now. That's what he knew. They were going to be out of there, but he's kept Ethiopian the same so you could know. And if you know, going into this history book, ancient Egyptians were like us, people of dark color. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Continue.
And the Philistines from Caphtor, and the Syrians from Ker.
Hallelujah. This is us. We're talking as, you know, like I say, people of color. This is our history. Return to Yahweh and come to know us. And see how he wakens us up individually. See how much better we would be all. knowing who we are. Praise Yahweh. Now, we're going to start going to a genealogy of how, you know, who we've come from all down to be Yisrael. So praise Yahweh. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. Genesis 2 and 18. This is our lineage, y'all. We're gonna be going down, showing what happened to us and how we came up today. Genesis 2, verse 18, and it reads whenever you have it.
Genesis 2 and 18. And Yahweh Elohim said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help me for him."
Praise Yahweh. Now skip down to 21 to 24.
To 24?
Yeah.
21. And Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. 22. And the rib which Yahweh Elohim had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. 23. And Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, and she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Praise the mighty Yah. This here, people, this what Yah, he took, you know, from Adam's rib. So that makes the woman, the first woman, the mother of everyone, she was of color.
Yep,
if
right.
Adam came on the ground, you see the ground was dark. He was of a dark place. And it also say, and a man shall leave his Abba and his image shall cleave into his wife, and they should be one akkad flesh. That means, like I say, fellas, you're supposed to marry, and when you leave, you're supposed to have provision, be a man. Y'all say, tell, you know, the ground where you get your money from to take care of your wife, move out of your mama's and daddy's house. Right. Praise be to Yahweh. Man up, Yisrael, man. Praise Yahweh. Let's go to chapter 5, chapter 5, verse 32. This is just a little genealogy where we started from, you all. That this is our history. That these were people of color. Praise the mighty Yah. Genesis 5, verse 32, and it reads, whenever you have it.
And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
This here, people, this after the flood, these are the three brothers that every nationality has come from. Shem, that is us. We also Shemite. Ham, that's the other dark people. They, you know, them the other dark people. And Yahceph is all where all the other Goes, all the other nations came from. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Let's go to chapter 11, verse 26. Genesis 11 and 26. Whenever you have it, it reads.
Genesis 11 and 26. And Terah lived 70 years and begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran.
Praise the mighty Yah. Y'all see Abram? This is the father of all nations. Like you say, we are physical Israel, but everyone must become spiritual Israel. Right. This is how all they say the whole world will be blessed. You become spiritual Israel. You are Abraham's seed. He's the father of all nations. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Genesis 12, verses 1 to 3, and it reads whenever you have it.
Now Yahweh has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy Abba's house, unto the land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
Praise Yahweh. This, like you say, all the family, miskapah of the earth. And this is the saying some other people that wants to know you have your identity, like saying, I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse you. They, the biggest identity thieves in the world.
Right.
This is what they want to be. Because most of us don't know who we are. Right. This is all talking about, this is a promise to our Abraham. Praise Yahweh.
Praise Yahweh.
Let's go to chapter 14, verses 17 to 20. Genesis 14, 17 to 20, and it reads whenever you have it, account. Praise the mighty Yah.
Genesis 14, 17
to 20, verses 17 to 20.
Genesis 14, 17. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shareth, which is the king's dale. 18. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was the priest of the Most High. 19. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of the Most High El, possessor of Shemayim and Earth. And blessed be the Most High Elohim, which had delivered thy enemies into thy hand, and he gave him tithes of all.
Praise the mighty Yah. This is Melchizedek. This is Yahshua, Yah. This him, and he's giving honor to his Abba El Yan, and this is the beginning of tithe. Praise be to the mighty Yah. This is about this is what we're supposed to do here, Israel. We're supposed to tithe. This is the beginning. Praise Abba Yahweh. Let's go to chapter 15, verses 13 to 14. It reads whenever you have it. Praise Yahweh.
And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
Praise Yahweh. This is Yahweh talking to Abram. He's giving them Nabuah. Let's go to chapter 17 of Genesis, verses 1 to 11. And it reads whenever you have it, come. Hallelujah.
Genesis 17:1. And when Abram was 19 years old and 9, Yahweh appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am El Shaddai, walk before me, and be thou perfect.
Praise y'all. Y'all hear this people, he say, walk before and be thou perfect. So stop that old Roman Christian doctrine saying, nobody's perfect. This is what thus says Yahweh. He say, walk before you perfect. How you get perfection, maturity in these the bars. Hallelujah.
Verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. Verse 3. And Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, verse 4, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Verse 5, Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of many nations have I made thee.
Praise Yahweh. Y'all see, when Yahweh give you a name, it's meaningful. Not these like us, so-called African American give people Shabbat to do or just good sounding name means nothing. You know, but when Yah gives you a name, which we all had a name in our native language, Ibryi is Yisrael, is meaning something. You come into Yah's fold and you will learn your name Ibryi, and it'll be a wonderful thing. It will bless you. Praise Yahweh. Continue, God.
6. And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee, in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a El unto thee, and to thy seed after thee.
This Yisrael, he said, to thy seed after thee in their generation. This is our generation. He gonna tell you his covenant. This is us, Israel. And he was the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hallelujah. He does not change. Yes. No matter what Adam try to put out here, that's a lie from the Hasatan, the enemy. Don't believe it. Praise y'all. Continue, God.
8. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their El. 9. And Elohim said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. 10. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
Praise to my Yahweh. When Yahweh Amar, it's SABBATH, it's a command. It's not, it's anything he say out of his mouth, it's command when he go to talking about. This is thing. I don't care what age you are, you come in, once you come to know Yahweh and come back to your true identity Israel, this is something you should do. Praise Abba Yahweh. Let's go to chapter 18, verses 10 to 14. Genesis 18, chapter 18, 10 to 14, and it reads whenever you have it, Akar.
Chapter 18, verse 10. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old shall I have pleasure, my master being old also. 13. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? 14. Is anything too hard for Yahweh?
Nothing.
At the time appointed I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son.
Praise Yahweh. This is our genealogy, where we come from. These people, like they say, we've been lied to that they were white-skinned, which is a lie. This is y'all letting you know what we are, people of color, and this is just our genealogy. And this is when y'all speak, it's a promise. All you have to do is be patient, long-suffering, wait on them. This like like she said, she laughed because they was up in age. But the question is anything too hard for Yah? No. Nothing's impossible. When you get with Yah, he will lift you up. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Just gotta wait on him. Can't jump ahead, people. Can't jump ahead. Let's go to Genesis chapter 21, verses 1 to 3. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It reads, Genesis 21, verses 1 to 3. And it reads, whenever you have it, Akon.
Genesis 21, 1. And Yahweh visited Sarah as he had said, and Yahweh did unto Sarah as he had spoken. 2. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which Elohim had spoken to him. 3. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac.
Praise y'all. You see this, the promise y'all made? He returned exactly at his time. His time. It may not be when you want it, but he's always on time. And then once again, don't let this world tell you you're too old.
Amen.
That's a lie from Hasatan. He wants to defeat you. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. Thus says Yahweh. It's never too late until you move. That's it.
Amen.
Praise, move is to die. Praise the mighty Yah. Skip down to verses 5 to 7.
Chapter 21, Genesis 21 and 5. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. 6. And Sarah said, Elohim had made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me.
7.
7. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age.
Praise Yahweh. Like say, she can laugh, and that's joy for all of us, that all that hit laugh with her, you know.
Amen.
Because that's praise Yahweh. He's about simcha, joy. That's it. He said, you know, and Shamak, you know, rejoice. Praise the mighty Yah. You can count on Yahshua, Israel. This is all he wants us to return to him. So that we can be that people he called us to be. Praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to chapter 25, verses 21 and 26. Genesis 25, 21 and 26, and it reads whenever you have it, come. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah.
Genesis 25, 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Praise Yahweh. This is it. Yisrael, you know, his wife was barren. So he went to the source that can solve everything.
Amen.
He talked directly to the Yahweh. And then his Ishshah, when she had a problem, she didn't go get on the phone and Facebook and hook up with her girlfriend. She got the direct line to Yahweh. Yahweh, what is it? Call on Yah. He will answer you. Tifallah, Palah to Yah. Pray and have a prayer to Yah. He will call you. And this is a two goees. This is Ishshah and Yaakov, which we are Yaakov, which will later change to the name of Yisrael, who we are. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Continue, God.
24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Yaakov. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Look at see what y'all. Then he was giving us longer life. Look at this. He a daddy at 60.
Right.
Also, most people be granddaddies, or nowadays be great-great-granddaddies at 60 nowadays. Mighty Yah. Let's go to chapter 32, verses 24 to 28. Praise our Yahweh.
Very good.
He'll have you all. Have is the love. He wants Yisrael, because we had a job to do. As the Makai would say, our people failed miserably. That's why the world is crying out for Israel to wake up and return to Yahweh, so it could be a better place. But praise be to Yah, He's working us up one by one. Hallelujah. Let's go to Genesis 32, verses 24 to 28, and it reads, whenever you have it, come.
Genesis 32:24. And Yaakov was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Yaakov's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Yaakov. 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Yaakov, but Yisrael. For as a prince hast thou power with Elohim and with men, and has prevailed.
Praise Yahweh. Y'all see that? When Yahweh gives you a name, it means something. And this is when Yaakov came Yisrael, which is our that's our name. Ibryi is Israel. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to chapter 35, verses 9 and 12, and it reads, whenever you have. Hallelujah, Yahweh, forever now.
(35:9). And Elohim appeared unto Yaakov again, when he came out of Aram, and blessed him. 10. And Elohim said unto him, thy name is Yaakov, thy name shall not be called any more Yaakov, but Yisrael shall be thy name. And he called his name Yisrael. 11. And Elohim said unto him, I am El Shaddai, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thee, out of thy loins. 12. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac to thee, I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land.
Praise the mighty Yah. Israel, this is a promise. Over there, all that called the Middle East, that state of Israel, all that, that is our promised land. And it's Nabuah to come, prophecy to come, but to see that, you must, get with Yahweh now. That's the only way you're going to be in the Melkuf. That's it when like people saying, we're going up to heaven. No, we're not. That's Yahweh's throne. The kingdom is, the new kingdom of Jerusalem is coming down. Coming right here on the earth, you all. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Let's get back with Yah and strive to be in that place. Because the other one, as the Ark say, the hotel of fire. You don't want to be in that one. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Genesis 46, verses 1 to 4. Genesis 46, verses 1 to 4. And it reads whenever you have it, hallelujah.
Genesis 46, 1. And Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba. and offered sacrifices unto the Elohim of his father Isaac. 2. And Elohim spake unto Yisrael in the vision of the night, and said, Yaakov, Yaakov. And he said, Here am I. 3. And he said, I am Elohim, the Elohim of thy father. Fear not to go down into Mizraim, for I will there make thee a great nation. 4. I will go down with thee into Mizraim, and I will also surely bring thee up again. And Yahshua shall put his hand upon thy eyes.
Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. Let's skip down to verses 26. Verse 26 to 27.
26. And all the souls that came with Yaakov into Mizraim, which came out of his loins, besides Yaakov's sons' wives, all the souls were 66.
This how many of us that went down in Mizraim, y'all. And this was just this humble and this many people. Continue, Carl.
27. And the sons of Yahshua, which were born him in Mizraim, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Yaakov, which came into Mizraim, were 70.
Just 70 people, y'all, started off. 70 people went down there, but we multiplied.
Hallelujah.
Praise the mighty God.
Yes.
Let's go to chapter 48, verses 3 to 5, and it reads whenever you have it.
48. Let's see.
This is our history, our Hebrew history month. This is our history book. These are talking about people that look like me and you, not that whitewash they have given you all. So that's from here on, think and consider. Like one of the ox would say, use that sixth sense to think.
Right.
Praise the mighty Yah. Genesis 48, chapter 48, verses 3 to 5, and it reads.
3. And Yaakov said unto Yosef, El Shaddai appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. 4. And said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee. I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession.
Hallelujah. Everlasting.
5. And now thy 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Mizraim, before I came unto thee into Mizraim, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
Praise the mighty Yah. That's like Yah has adopted as his children. He let them know that even though they were born in Mizraim, these are mine. Yeah. And these are 2 tribes of Yisrael. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to chapter 49, verse 28. Chapter 49, verse 28. This is where we came from. We are of a tribe out of these 12. Praise the mighty Yah.
28. All these are the 12 tribes of Yisrael, and this is it that their father spake unto them, and blessed them. Every one according to his blessing, he blessed them.
Praise Yahweh. Praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
And now let's go to Exodus chapter 2, verse 1. That was our genealogy. That's how we got down in Mizraim, you all. That's where we came from. So we're gonna continue on. Exodus chapter 2, 1 to 10, and it reads when you have.
Exodus 2, chapter 2, verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. 2. And the woman conceived and bare a son, and when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. 3. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. 4. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Hebrews' children. 7. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? 8. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. 9. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. 10. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moshe. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water.
Praise the mighty God. Y'all see that like in verse 6, like it would say, this is one of the Hebrew children. This is us, y'all. Right. We are Hebrews. They see it was us. And this, and you see who this was. This was Moses. Not that one you see on the 10 Commandments. You don't look like that. No. You look like me and you.
Right.
So, you know, that they probably told you, they part true, but mainly lying, putting themselves in place of us. Yeah. See, everybody want to be Yisrael, except Yisrael, as I would say, God would say. Because it's an honor and privilege. If you knew who you truly were, you would walk different. You would be different.
Yeah.
You know, all down we need to wake up, because the world, the age is waiting on us. This world is in torment because of Yisrael, the so-called black man, until we return to Yah. But it's this taking this course as Yahshua come, but he waking us one by one, and we could do many things with Yah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise Yahweh.
Praise
That's
Yahweh.
Go to chapter 2, verses 22 to 24. And it reads, I God, whenever you have.
Exodus.
Exodus 2, 22 to 24.
Exodus 2:22. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Mizraim died, and the children of Yisrael sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried. And their cry came up unto Elohim by reason of the bondage. 24. And Elohim heard their groaning, and Elohim remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
Praise the mighty God. This was, like I say, this was us down there in Mizraim. We was multiplying, and the Pharaoh that, you know, knew us before this, he was kind to us. But then things would change as they was in bondage. That he was raising up Moshe. He was raising him up to bring us out of captivity. Praise the mighty God. This was, like I say, our first say we are homeborn slave. We were always enslaved. We may not be in them chains now, but we in mental bondage now, because you haven't renewed your mind from that bondage of slavery, and got to renew your mind, pay every day. Yeah. Praise be to the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to chapter 3 and verses 1 to 8. And it reads, whenever you have it, God.
Exodus 3:1. Now Moshe kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of Elohim, even to Horeb. 2. And the angel of Yahweh appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush, and he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. 3. And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, but why the bush is not burnt.
Praise Yahweh. This how Yahweh works, people. Yeah. Until you come to him, he sends signs until you pay attention, and then he start talking with you. Until then, he'll let you do what you want. Yeah. He give you free will, but they end up without him. The consequences of your actions, they are dire. You don't want that. Get with Yah until he gets your attention. Then once he gets your attention, he starts talking to you and working on you. Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh. Continue, Akah.
4. And when Yahweh saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I.
See that? Once he's saying he had caught your attention, he started talking with you. Continue, come.
5. And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. 6. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy father, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, the Elohim of Jacob. And Moshe hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. 7. And Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Mizraim, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. 8. I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Mizraim, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, with a large unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusite. 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Yisrael is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Mizraims oppressed them. 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Yisrael, out of Mizraim.
Praise the mighty Yah. You're talking about us, you all. Like I say, for disobedience, we went into captivity, then over there and here now. Our ancestors, they disobeyed, and as we all still continue disobeying, refuse to come out of that Roman Christianity doctrine, to in the comfort zone. I'll shake you out of it, out of your comfort zone. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to chapter 9, verse 1. Chapter 9, verse 1, and it reads, whenever you have it, God.
Exodus 9:1. Then Yahweh said unto Moshe, Go in unto Pharaoh, and tell him, Thus says Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me.
Praise Yahweh. This is our whole duty, you all. Right. This is what we call to. Yeah. This is man's whole duty. Yah created us to avid Him, but He don't force you to have free will. This is our whole duty, and this we must do this to have to be into the kingdom. This is our history book, you all. Levitate to it. Open it up and read it. They don't want you all to open up this old. They say things gone away. No, it's not. Because they know you will be awakening to who you are. They don't want that. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Let's go to Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 to 6. Exodus 12, verses 1 to 6, and it reads, whenever you have. Praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Exodus 12, 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe and Aharon in the land of Mizraim, saying, 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Hallelujah. Y'all hear that? He's saying this shall be the first month unto you. You know, other people have somewhere down 7 or 8 months later, it's the first. But thus says Yahweh. Continue on, Akar.
3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Yisrael, saying, in the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto him, unto his house, take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
Praise Yahweh. You see, this without blemish, this was the shadow of the curve of the human sacrifice, Yahshua HaMashiach. Right. That's what this was. He was without blemish. So this was the shadow of the curve. Continue, God.
6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Praise Yahweh. This is the beginning of Passover, Pesach, you all. This is all this is. This is, in the Torah, a feast, a holy, Kadesh day that we keep. That us, black people, that Yisrael is supposed to keep. This is what Yah wrote. Not those, as the reverend say, Halal days. That's man. That's of Hasatan. This is what we supposed to do, Yisrael. We supposed to be an example for the whole age. But our ancestors failed, and we had lost these ways. But now He's waking us up so that we can become this, what He had called us to do. Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh. Let's go down, skip down to verse 14. And it reads whenever you have it.
Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Yahweh throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Praise the mighty God. Generations. We in another, you know what generations mean. The next people to come after you. And He said, keep it a feast by ordinance forever. This is this kind, this life, an eternal kind. It's forever. Thus says Yahweh, this is Sabbath, a command. When thus Yah speaks, it is Sabbath. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to skip down to verse 16 to 17, and it reads whenever you have it.
16. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only that only may be done of you. 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Mizraim. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever.
Praise y'all. He just continues saying ordinance forever. This, and he said army. Remember they went down there with just 70 nephews. They come out with armies. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Let's go down to same chapter, verses 24 to 27, and it reads, Exodus 12, verses 24 to 27.
Exodus 12:24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. 25. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahweh will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? 27. That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yahweh's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Yisrael in Mizraim, when he smote the Mizraims and delivered our houses. And the people bowed their head and worshiped.
Praise Yahweh. Say he keep repeating. He wants us to get it. This is part of, it's a command, people, that we do this. We come back to know who you are.
Father, please take me higher in thinking revelation and spiritual fire.